Happy Friday. I hope this finds you faring well and excited about a wild weekend in our stay-at-home order. Tonight I wanted to get a little bit off topic, but I promise you I will bring it back on topic before I wrap up. I think most people that watch this, or if you don't already, you will now, know that I have had a lifelong love affair with horses. I have been an avid equestrian since I was a little girl. Took quite a few breaks in the middle there, but I've been back to it for the last decade or so, and it's just some people would say it's a hobby, other people will say it's an obsession. But horses have always been a really big part of my life. When I was a young girl, one of the things that is so ingrained in my mind is when my mom would take me to the tack store. For those that you don't know, a tack store is essentially a store that sells a lot of the goods that we need to ride horses, from the apparel to the equipment for the horses, to the blankets, to the helmets, to the boots. All of that stuff is sold at a tack store. And as a young pony girl, going to the tack store was always such an exciting time. I remember that, you would walk in and the smells of the leather and the briar horses and so many things were captivating your attention. It was just one of those kind of epic experiences that I feel like is really ingrained in my head. There was a specific tack store that I would go to a lot when I was a young girl, and I can tell you very much about those experiences in the sense that there's a woman that worked there by the name of Judy Daniker. She always also, in addition to that, became one of my original riding instructors way back when. But she had this big, crazy red hair, and she had this really gregarious smile and laugh, and she had this terrible Jack Russell that I swear to God would bite your ankles every time that you would go in. And the shop itself was a little unimpressive. It was kind of a rinky-dink little storefront, but it was a great experience for me as a child, always being able to go there. The reason I bring that up now is because fast forward 30, 35 years, yes, that many, I got an email today from that tack store, who has since then grown and shifted and changed with everything going on, and has really run a great business over the years. But I received an email today that basically said, "Thank you for being a loyal customer for all these years. We're sorry, but we're not going to be able to weather this storm. We won't be reopening at the end of this." And that was hard to hear. I'm a smart businesswoman. I understand completely that companies aren't going to survive this. But that was one of my childhood memories. That is a place that had a special place in my heart, and to hear that they're not going to be able to weather the storm, that was just very much something that brought me back to what I wanted to talk about tonight, which I promised you I was going to bring it back around. I wanted to talk about small businesses. I myself am a small business, obviously, but I wanted to shift to the ones that, I appreciate all the people reaching out and the support and everything. Our business is doing great. Obviously, we're understanding what's happening, and we know that the economic numbers are very, very different, but we have always been prepared for things like this. So we're doing just fine, and we're not going anywhere. We are here to advise, counsel, and you guys are stuck with me for a really long time. But I wanted to talk about just small businesses in general, and more specifically the ones that have been completely disabled, or disabled to a point where it's going to be very hard for them to exist. The fact of the matter is that, if you read the statistics, 30% of these retailers and restaurants might not have the ability to come back. I mean, that's really what they're projecting right now, because we've taken away most of their resources. So tonight, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to recognize that. And I wanted to ask everyone to do what they could to try and support these businesses that are really important to us on a day-to-day. And the businesses can be important because they give us services that we like to utilize, or they could be important to us because they're people that we care about, that own these companies and run these companies. But from whatever the reason is that right now there's a lot of companies out there that need the support that we can give them. Now, there's a lot of different ways to support. Obviously there's certain people that are just completely shut down, and there's no ability to give them anything. Hair salons, I absolutely adore my hair salon. Clearly now, right now, don't take any look into the way I look. I need my roots done. I need a cut. I need a lot of help. Um, but you know, that's one industry that right now is really struggling. What can you do with them? Obviously, we can't be going in and getting their services, but you can buy gift certificates so that in the future, when you need to go back the day after we get out of here, that there are possibilities for them to be there for us to come back to. I know some of them are also still selling some of their actual retail stuff too. So some of those things I think are really things to take a look at. And in addition to retail shops, I know a lot of them are trying to have some sort of online presence. So if you can shift a little bit of focus there. Restaurants are another big industry that are really getting hit. You know, some of these restaurants still have takeout, so once again, you can still be enjoying the same food. Only you don't have to cook, and you will have to clean up after yourself. I do know that some people don't feel comfortable with takeout right now, which I understand that concern. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, totally fine. But once again, gift cards so that you can enjoy the food that you want later on, help give them a little bit of financial backing to get there. Now, I know everyone is in their own economic situation right now. And I know there's very, very few industries and few people that are flourishing in this. So I do understand that I'm asking people that are possibly struggling with their own situations to help others. But the fact of the matter is that we are getting through this together. And I think that's a really important thing to note. Also, dog kennels. Dog kennels. I'm giving a huge shout out to the city's best dog trainer, who is ours. Dog kennels. There's so many different industries out there that if you can help them in times like these, if there's products you can buy from them, obviously by social distancing and doing the appropriate things, it's just an awesome thing to do. So, to all of my people in restaurants, hair salons, dentistry, cosmetology, everything out there on the day-to-day, know that this is for you guys. I'm trying to spread the good word to keep you guys afloat, because I would be lost without a lot of these people. So on that note, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, um, take care of yourself, take care of one another, support your small businesses, please. We need them. We're all scraping by to get through this, and we are going to do it together. I am so looking forward to getting through this with all of you, and every day that passes, we get one day closer. I'm certain of that. So have a great night, and I will see you soon.